Hello, we are Group 11 and we developed a crypto dashboard. We call it Crypto Dash, and this is a modern solution to the dilemma of simulating and actually making trades. Uh, so when you actually start the website, this is the dashboard you land on. It shows the top gainer is the total market cap. It has a nice watch to it, so you can see the last 24 hours or 7 days, and the cryptocurrencies themselves. uh, with some details. As you can see, some features are hidden away, and there's only really two menu options. That's because you have to log in to access all the other features. Also, this is paginated, so if you press next, you see the next 10, and otherwise, you can do that. So now we'll try logging in, which is our another key function requirement. So this is what the sign in looks like. So far, I have a user email and password saved, and there's a captcha which works, and you can just continue to the dashboard. So as you see, it has additional options, but we'll explore these later. Let's first have a look at the another function requirement we have, which is signing out. So you can sign out like this, and you can create a new user. Uh, so this is so far saved, but so we do have password validations, complexity rules. So you do need, a password that meets all of these requirements. So you could have someone like lackeylack at lack.com, and their name could literally be Lucky Lack, and the password could be Lackey or LAC, sorry, the L capital CKY hashtag 1 and 23. That's 8 characters, more than 8 characters. So then you can create an account, otherwise you can't. Uh, and you can save that. Obviously, once you've saved, then you can log in. Now you're logged in. So we know it's the same user that we made that's logged in because you can see the corresponding email address and the display name. So that's good. Uh, the dashboard now, once you're logged in, has additional features. So the user that wasn't logged in could only see a very beta version of our app because we can't actually retain information about them. So as far as the fourth function requirement is concerned, a user can add certain cryptocurrencies of interest to a watchlist. They can then navigate to the watchlist page and see those three being added. Once those are added, they can filter through based on whatever they want to filter through. So they can search for specific names. So Tether shows up because that's the only one that starts with TE. Uh, you can remove the watch list items here, or you can just unselect them from the main section itself. So that should also get rid of that specific item from your watch list. So you have the cryptocurrencies of interest. A logged in user can also visit the portfolio section, which basically is a summary of their current holdings where they can add a cryptocurrency. This is intended to simulate an actual purchase. So you could add something like Bitcoin. So you have to search the right code. Uh, and it has calculations that automatically. So if you enter number 2, as you can see, it calculates what would be the purchase price and the total cost based on the units. And you can add that to the portfolio. This populates how the portfolio would be doing if you added it to it. Uh, a user can also then choose to sell. So you can just go here and sell that. You can also add multiple ones. So let's add another one. Or Ethereum Classic is better. No, Ethereum Classic is fine. 0.02, you can add that. And that should be there as well. You can sell this, whatever quantity you wish to sell. The swatch is available here again. Right. Function requirements 11 through 14 are addressed in the page simulation. So here basically can simulate trades that could have been, and as an extension, which in the future we could have AI that sort of predicts and suggests what would be a good idea for time series data given the context of the market. So for now, you can see there's a current simulation. You can add another one, so you can go simulation 2. This has validations, so if you choose the same name as this, it says that it needs to be changed. So for now, I could add another simulation. There's no real money invested in it. For that, you have to add position, that is coins. Or I can show some of the validations in case you're interested. So I could write something that's exactly the same. I could give it an earlier date, but it won't let you do that because it says the name already exists, so you must choose a different one. For any one of these, you could choose the details. So let's say I chose this, and as you can see, it already has 4 coins, either Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin again, and these were the units and the dates you simulated. You can remove whatever you want, uh, and then you can add to specific simulations a coin. So you can add either again, you can add a quantity, you can choose a date from the valid range, what time you would have made the purchase, and then you say you just sold it today, and you add that, and then that gets you, well, how would that position actually perform had that been uh, a case where you were actually making that purchase. So that would be the price. Right, as I said before, a user can have multiple simulations, and more importantly, a user can delete certain simulations. So in that case, there's no details left, and the only details are now for simulation 2, which is the only active one. Functional requirements 15 through 17 are addressed in the profile section. So you know that we logged in as Lucky Luck, and we can change a lot of our uh, preferences. So the currency can be, say, the Australian dollar instead of the US dollar, and that is a change that will propagate across all the pages as it fetches the data. Uh, you can also reset the portfolio. So this already says it resets all holdings and transactions for this account. So for example, if you look at the portfolio currently, it has all of this. But if you reset portfolio, and this does ask for sort of a double confirmation as this is a permanent operation, then it says, well, it's been done successfully, and you can go back and you can see that it's now empty because you removed your current position. Um, and of course, as I said earlier, you can sign up, uh, and again, another validation. And once you are signed out, then you're back on the home page. Yeah. The final set of function requirements from 19 to 26 are expressed with our admin dashboard. The admin dashboard presents key performance indexes like how many users do we have, how many simulations, how many transactions have been run, what is the total amount of investments in our crypto dashboard, and other things such as current value total and profit and loss total. We can also see interesting stats which are easy to fetch, such as what are the top coins, seems Bitcoin's the most famous one, who are the most active users, and what were the most recent transactions made. Admins can search users by email and name, so you can have someone like Lack that can be searched, and you can see someone who has an email or name that has the word Lack in it. You can also make them staff, so an admin can elect other users to be super users in the Django code base, and that will just make them a super user, so they can access this as well by going through the server. We can also, of course, delete certain users if we intend to. Admins can also create new users, so you just have to add the email, this, and password here, and follows the same validations, and you can actually create the user. So we can try something like listen@listen.com, and then we can search, and you can see that listen@listen.com has been added. This follows for all of these, creating simulations and creating transactions. Uh, Another important fact is that we can actually edit users as well. So when you search for users, I could actually refresh this page. Yes, so now that this page is refreshed, I could search for users, and you can also get this button edit. And here you can say, well, do you want to keep the name as Suryansh for this user? And yes. Should this user be staff? Well, we can elect this person as a staff, and yes, we can make them active as well. That's how you can change the details, and so you can actually edit details as well. So that completes create, edit, delete for users. As far as the final two function requirements, number 25 and 26 are concerned, we can also manage the price cache and the current prices. So we can load the current prices using the API that we've been using, CoinGecko everywhere. And we can save these. So the database then persists on these and can fall back on the price cache. So you can populate based on those, and you can load these or add manual ones. But these are just mock because we don't really need a true price cache. You can just fetch it from the actual current prices. You can also check the holdings, so what is held by who, and of course the watch lists and who owns those particular coins in those watch lists. And of course, you can delete those or you can add or absurd holding. Right.